She's 10 years old, the youngest of 6 siblings, 2 of which are still young enough to enjoy tormenting her. So as she makes her trip down to the basement stairs, she's walking with a confidence she doesn't really feel. Her bare foot, each making a unique sound on the wooden stairs, and ooh, there it is, the cement floor. It was cool in the winter, it was even cooler in summertime. She knows that within 10 or 12 strides, she's going to be arm's distance away from a light switch. She can pull that string and the entire basement will be flooded with lights. All the darkness and the shadows will disappear. So she takes her one step, determined to show them she's not afraid of the dark. She takes another step, a little more confident, one more, bam! The door shuts, the lights go out. She turns without thought and she takes those stairs 2 at a time. She hits that door, the door flies open, and she runs right into the wall. And the wall grabs her, the wall grabs her. She fights with a fury she had not known prior to that. And just when she's out of wind, she hears a voice. "Baby, what's wrong?" She'd recognize her dad's voice anywhere. The fear was gone, but not so much that she was ready to let go. She reveled in the stubble on his cheek. She even smiled when she felt his calloused hand patting her back. Not so much that she was ready to let go. Again, he says, "Baby, what happened?" She's, they turned the lights off and they closed the door and they scared me. For a minute, she thought she felt her dad laughing, but she knew better. Her dad would never laugh. He did, however, take her by the shoulders, push her arm's distance away, look her in the eye and say, "Sweetheart." She loved it when they called her sweetheart. "Sweetheart, fear is a good thing. This is your home and nothing bad is ever going to happen to you here." Her dad died later that year, and it would be decades before she felt that safety, that confidence, that self-assurance that she felt in his arms. Contest master, Toastmasters, guests, when I consider the idea of fear as a good thing, oxymoron immediately comes to mind. Fear, not the kind that keeps us from stepping in front of a locomotive or stepping in front of an oncoming car. I'm talking about the fear that we face when we're pressing the envelope. Can I do this? Am I capable? Is it possible? Suppose I can't. Do I try anyway? I'm talking about the fear you face when you walk into a meeting and a little lady is getting a cake with candles on it and it says 7 years without a drink. Fear without a drink? How does she wake up in the morning? How does she have a cigarette? Drinks here, cigarettes. How do you do it with fear? How do you go through the day without a drink? Go an entire weekend, that's 48 hours without a drink? And she keeps going to that meeting, and she keeps going to that meeting to answer those questions. How is it working? And it's working. And it occurs to her on those mini trips, those mini days, those mini meetings. They're bringing her a cake. And there's candles on it. And it's been 27 years without a drink. Like, get out of here! By walking through the fear. By walking through the fear. Because you're more excited by what you might learn than what you might forget. I'm talking about the fear you feel when you walk into a classroom and you have a question. Everybody else is 20, you're 40. The professor is professing. The students are taking notes and nodding insightfully. and you are a ball of fear because you have no idea what they're talking about. And your hand involuntarily goes up. You're trying to pull it down, but it continues to go up. And it's too late. She sees you now. Yes, with as much articulation as you can muster. Yes, would you mind further explaining that last step that you placed on the board? She patiently waits for the or the smack lips of, why are you even in the classroom? They don't come. Instead, she's faced with a smile that says, thank you for listening. Thank you for participating in your own education. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to share my insight. She's sitting there thinking, I can't wait to ask another question. The whole idea of fear is something that we face every day. We call it anticipation, we call it butterflies, we call it nervousness, but we face it every day. Our response is what separates us. Nelson said it best when he said, I have learned that courage is not the absence of fear, but it's walking through the fear. I walk through dark rooms and I flip a light with no problem. I walk into the classroom anticipating questions. I come to Toastmasters. I remember thinking, oh, don't call me for the Toastmaster. Please don't call me for the Toastmaster. I'll do the timer. I'll do the timer. But the Toastmaster, it's one of many doors we walk through. It's an opportunity for growth. And we share that journey with one another. Through my sharing, I grow. Through your sharing, I grow. As an organization, we grow. As a community, we grow. As a family, we grow. When all is said and done, this is your house, and nothing here is ever going to hurt you.